Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock, June 19th, 2014, and you're watching Nerds on the Couch live. And here's our weekly show. We talk about all the nerd things and geek news that you need to know. So if you want to be a nerd and a geek and all that, well, here we are telling you what's going on. Um, Starting off with our breaking news, and I don't mean to say that as a bad pun. Last week, nerds everywhere kind of cried out because Harrison Ford got injured on the set of Star Wars Episode 7. And if you follow our webpage and all that, we've kind of been making fun of that, Chewbacca picking up Han Solo and all that, And we were the ones who speculated that it was probably the Millennium Falcon door. And I imagine like a malfunction or something, and it just like hit him. But they absolutely positively confirmed today that no, they had to say it loud. They had to say it a bunch of times. It was not the Millennium Falcon door, that knocked out Han Solo. Okay. So it was some other set, some other piece, during some action scene that Han Solo got hurt. And apparently it's not his ankle. He broke his leg, so he's going to be out for 8 weeks. And so I asked this of you guys: do you think this was a plot by a bounty hunter?
Yes.
You know what? I use it in the movie. I mean, it's perfect. Just use the scene where, I don't know, he falls off of the scaffolding or something. I don't know. Use that in the movie, it'd be great.
I thought of that. Go ahead.
I mean, it's perfect time. Rewrite the script, work in that he breaks his leg somehow. No 8-week break. Get back to shooting.
I thought of this. I actually thought of this. And I'm like, okay, now they could do that. But still, no matter what, we are going to see a 72-year-old man break his leg on screen. Which is kind of sad, in a way.
Well, hey, we used to see Ric Flair wrestle, so, we dealt with that, you know what I mean? I'll be honest, that hurt me every time he wrestled, but hey, we dealt with it.
Yeah, but Ric Flair is not wrestling anymore, thank the Lord. And two, you're thinking, okay, it's Star Wars, it's super advanced technology and all that, where they give you like robotic arms and hands and supposedly they got the back to tanks for the healing and all that. That yeah, he's going to be in a wheelchair in the movie because he's not going to be limping. He's 72 years old. He's going to be in a wheelchair with poor Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca strolling him around.
Okay, you know what? You can paint anything blue and turn anything into anything, man. You could be writing a bantha for throughout the whole movie, you can do anything, man. It's movie magic,
Still, but as far as we know, it's going to be Han Solo in a wheelchair, getting pushed around, shooting the blaster everywhere.
Just keep him behind the steering wheel.
They might do wire work, dude, and it's Luke, force carrying him everywhere. That would work. I would have a problem with that.
I don't know. I think it's just going to kill me.
You know what? I think that would be a great scene if you have him like crash the Millennium Falcon and broken leg limping out. It'd be like, whoa, wow, that is cool. It almost looks like he broke his leg. Oh, wait a minute, wow.
I'm still going to be sad because it is a 72-year-old man.
Look, the way I look at it is I'm paying my money to watch it, so hey, he works for me. I don't care about it. I'm paying good money to see him act, okay?
The sad thing I'm thinking of, too, is like maybe this was a behind-the-scenes thing. Harrison Ford was making fun of Peter Mayhew being on the cane and all that. Peter Mayhew's like, well, I'm going to get revenge. So, again, I don't want to see my favorite guy. I love Han Solo. Okay, I have childhood memories. I don't want to see a 72-year-old man get hurt and
You
limping
know what?
throughout the rest of the movie.
I can't see it working out a different way. I could see somebody bringing a whip and saying, "Can you still swing off that balcony thing?" "Oh yeah, I can still do it." "Oh yeah, I don't think you can. You're 70 years old." "Oh yes, I can."
Well, either which way, I'm hoping it. The movie, according to the Star Wars guys, there's no delay. They're going to shoot around him. They're going to shoot other scenes, and hopefully Harrison Ford will come out okay for this. But oh, no, I'm just thinking. I mean, like when my poor dad broke his leg, 72 years old, man, it's still bad.
It's bad, but come on, movie magic, dude. If they can hide pregnant women on sitcoms, you can hide somebody with a broken leg. You know.
Yeah, but you're not going to be seeing Han Solo running. I mean, that's kind of what he does in every Star Wars movie, wasn't it?
Except this one.
All
He'll have a
right.
motorized wheelchair.
Oh,
He's
I'm just
gonna
gonna
be
feel
riding
so
a
bad.
speeder throughout the whole movie. Yeah, okay, let's go, guys.
And I
We'll be
just
ready.
realized, I just realized for me, I'm gonna be sitting there next year, popcorn in hand, soda, big screen, Episode 7, and I'm just gonna be seeing Han Solo again, and I'm gonna be like, oh man, poor guy, he broke his leg. So it might have ruined the movie for me a little bit, just a little bit.
I can
You
see,
know, I'm wondering if they filmed it and if it's gonna come out in the movie, because that would be.
I can see you turning around saying, "Wait, is that a little tiny limp he has there?"
Oh man, you just don't want to see your childhood heroes crippled. It just does. It ruins the magic of your childhood.
You got a point. Although, one of my heroes at the time was Mankind, and that guy's already crippled, man. So what do you do? What can that guy do?
Yeah, but hey, I mean, he can sit around his big mansion and take all the pain medicine that he wants. He's all right now. Uh, And speaking of getting hurt and injuries, the El Paso Roller Derby is going to be having cosplay night here in El Paso, Saturday, June 21st at 5:30. If you wear a cosplay costume, you get a discount at the door. Our friends at Jaren Toys are going to be there, and also the Nerds on the Couch. So you can say hi to us over there, and we're going to be having fun and hanging out with the girls. Uh, yeah, let me think about the girls for a second. Okay, and hey, Kelly, that's how it is here in El Paso. Okay, okay. The other big thing that happened this week, and people who don't know, the licensing expo was this week. When the licensing expo happens, okay, just to explain to our viewers, this is all the major studios, the major companies. They have one big convention where they announce upcoming movies, upcoming shows for people, for the retail companies, and everybody who does merchandising to come in and get licensed stuff. This is the merchandise. This is for you to get a license. For example, if you're a toy maker and all that, and for example, Men in Black 4 is coming. They're announcing it in the studio and all that. And maybe a toy maker can come in here and start making Men in Black toys. Hopefully not the last ones because they sucked. But couple of projects that came up, and I want your opinion on these as we're going to discuss them. Transformers hasn't come out yet. It hasn't come out, and already they announced Transformers 5.
Please don't say they announced Michael Bay with him.
Can we get rid of Michael Bay now? Really,
Can I please blow him up?
it's bad enough.
You know what? Well, I'm gonna say it, even though it might get me in trouble in the future. But I want to see Ninja Turtles 4 come out. I want to be the disaster it's gonna be. I want to see a dude dressed like Casey Jones chasing him down the street. That would be great. I would love to see that. You know what I mean? If I were in better shape, that would be me in the hockey mask.
Oh man,
uh,
come on. This is Michael Bay. He did. I still remember him doing that Japanese electronic show where he was supposed to promote a TV and he couldn't remember his lines and he
God.
walked off. Really? Is that what you teach your actors, Michael Bay? You know, and
Maybe
I just
that's why
realized,
we have so many explosions and things that go boom in his movies.
yeah,
He
because it's
can't
actors who
remember
forget.
the script.
Yeah, it's actors who forget their lines, and Michael Bay's like, "Don't worry, we're just gonna throw in an explosion." That
it's a
explains a
romance
lot.
comedy. That's okay. You can have explosions in that too.
I'm Michael Bay. You know?
You know, now that's a good idea. I want to see that in a romantic comedy now. I do want to see it.
Oh man, Michael Bay needs to stop for the. But the only thing they said, again, I'm just surprised because Transformers hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, but the toys are already selling like crazy.
I will concede that. I am seeing that the toys right now are really popular, even though they're awful. They
At least,
Kenny, I just saw the San Diego exclusive for Transformers.
which is
They're doing the Dinobots from Transformers 4, but trying to make them look like G1 Transformers. It doesn't work.
oh sweet.
we gotta get pictures of that.
$160
Yeah.
for the 5.
Okay, Kelly, you got to get pictures. I need to. I mean, I'm just seeing a jumbled mess in my mind, which I'm sure that's how it is. But I want to
I,
actually see the jumbled mess.
I will get them up as soon as I can.
Uh, you know, it just hurts. Transformers was such a good property, and and then just thinking about what Michael Bay is doing to Ninja Turtles is just. I just can't wait for Trey Parker and Matt Stone to do a South Park episode on this. Oh, but it's amazing. So yeah, we're not getting rid of Transformers anytime soon. They're going to be around for a while.
Well, I'm
Uh,
happy to get rid of that wiki crap garbage, man.
well, that's the only reason why I'm going to watch the new one when it comes out on theaters. And
When
I'm
is
hoping it's coming out soon, July, sometime July.
What
Oh,
But
Transformers is next weekend?
is it next weekend?
Next weekend.
Oh wow. See,
yeah.
all I know is I got to take the missus to Jersey Boys movie this week. I don't know anything else. So yeah, it's coming out soon. I know the toys. I agree with you. I've seen the toys. Kids are buying up the toys, but they're awful looking. They're just two colors and
Well,
oh,
come on, there's not much in the toy aisles right now.
I will
There's
agree
nothing
with you.
new.
I will agree with you. There needs to be some stuff coming. And speaking of the next one, this next one, I'm not surprised, but I'm really glad that they officially said it's happening with Star Trek 3. And, you know, when we were at certain public places and all that, people have come up to us and they talked about our Star Trek review. And, you know, I remember one guy said, yeah, I like Star Trek 2. Back when it was Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. You remember that guy, don't you, Chino?
Probably.
But, so
Well, he's
here
not
again,
wrong.
yeah, he's not wrong. But here again, I have better hopes. You know, Star Trek, I enjoy the movies. We're going to talk about Star Trek Continues later. But, you know, I really have high hopes for Star Trek. So now that they lost J.J. Abrams is not coming back in any way or form. He's not going to be the producer. He's not coming back. The only thing they have, which I feel good about, is that they have the writers. And they haven't officially named a director, but you know, everybody is contracted to come back. So we're going to see the same cast back. and the same writers are there. So I have better hopes for the movie. And they did hint that it's going to be an original story.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe with Klingons. But I love the Klingons.
Klingons. I want to see Orion girls now.
Oh, we've seen plenty of Orion girls. Okay, the next one I'm kind of like going, ugh.
Oh
It's a,
God, I've already got a headache just thinking about it.
yeah, apparently Eddie Murphy is coming back for Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah,
Well,
I yeah, like I said, I stopped at 2 and I'm happy at 2. That's it. I'm not gonna move from 2.
I'm going to be honest here. I think I want to see Pluto Nash 2 before I
Oh,
see
Oh
her.
God!
oh, you threw that out there, dude. If it comes out, it's your fault. Okay, I'm gonna remind you. Little Nash, 3, 2 and 3D. Thanks,
Oh,
Renee. Thank you.
really? I
Directed by
mean,
Michael Bay.
Oh God!
can't Eddie Murphy stop?
Doesn't
Seriously.
he have enough money?
I've driven by his house. He has a nice house. I think he has money in the bank. I think the residuals from some of his hit movies in the 80s are still making him money. And yeah, I'm sure the Clumps and all that was still a great movie. But man, he's done some turds. you know?
Yeah, but you know what? I still find him a lot more charming than Adam Sandler, dude. Adam Sandler is just wow. Wow. His movies are so bad.
Now, I will concede, okay, the only thing left for Rock Bottom would be if Adam Sandler and Eddie Murphy did a movie together with Jim Carrey. But, but this is not good. I mean, I gotta say, I said it before. I don't like the Beverly Hills Cop movies. I didn't like one. I didn't like two. I wish they made a Golden Child 2. But I'm sorry. What other big hit movies has Eddie Murphy did aside from the Clumps?
Danny Deeker?
Was that big?
I don't know. That's the only one I remember right now, dude. I don't know.
I was gonna
I
say Mulan,
well,
but
he
Mulan
wasn't.
2 was terrible. He was the
Yeah.
dragon.
So I
He did
mean,
Norbit?
which? Oh no, no. I just thought of a worse sequel he could make.
What, Norbit 2?
Vampire in Brooklyn 2.
Well, I didn't think it was that bad. It
Wasn't
wasn't
that
good.
good?
It wasn't good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It was a movie that didn't know what the hell it was. Am I a horror movie? Am I a comedy? Am I a horror movie? Am I a comedy? I don't know. Quote from the director. Okay, so, and here's another one that I'm absolutely surprised is happening. Hansel and Gretel 2. This was the one with Jeremy Renner, straight off his Avengers role.
Yeah.
And then, oh, who was the female?
Gemma Atkinson? Stuff like that?
Yeah.
She came out in a Bond movie.
Wasn't
The
she
second
for
one.
Aura in the Man of Steel movie?
Man of Steel movie. No. No, she wasn't in the Man of Steel. She
No.
was in Quantum of Solace.
Okay, yeah. Wait, wasn't that Eva Green?
Ow!
That was the first one. That was Casino Royale.
Oh, the second one. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
mixed it
yeah.
up. Okay, but again, you can catch Hansel and Gretel right now on Netflix. And I thought well, I had a hard time with that movie, to be honest with you guys. I thought, I mean, yeah, it was kind of interesting. Um, the Hansel and Gretel character and them fighting witches and all that. But, I'll be honest, the thing that got me annoyed was the diabetes thing with Jeremy Renner thing. Okay, like if he didn't get his insulin in time, he was going to drop dead. Really? That offended me. And, especially, as that was used as a plot device. Oh, he's strangling the witch. Oh, he's going to win the. Oh, wait, the time's up. Oh! And that annoyed me. That completely ruined the movies for me. So I don't know. I don't know how you guys liked it.
No, I didn't like that either.
Man, it didn't bother me at all. I
Ow!
liked it. It's a good movie. I liked they had a whole mythology behind it, which I thought was cool. You know, I liked how they explained certain things of the story, which that was great, and the weaponry was cool, and the plot twist at the end was great.
Well, that
Damn.
was the whole thing about it. Is that you mentioned all this great stuff, but all that I've seen before. The weaponry and all that. I saw that in Van Helsing. The monsters and all that I've seen before. Everything just seems so tedious. Yeah, I mean, Famke Janssen was about the only interesting thing, and she wasn't on that much. I mean, I don't want to do another movie review here, and I'm thinking a sequel. I didn't even think it would make that much money.
I liked it. It doesn't really matter to me.
Oh. All right, then the next one they announced.
Well, you skipped G.I. Joe 3, man. Come on.
Oh, I know.
Come
Oh,
on.
yeah, I did, didn't I? But
Yeah,
again,
come on.
are we surprised?
No.
Now, again, I think we did a review on GI Joe, and the second one was a little better. Wasn't that bad. I think it deserved a sequel.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't mind G.I. Joe 2 once they got rid of Tatum.
Really? You didn't like Channing Tatum?
No. I preferred the other eye candy that was in there.
Well, I know we had a discussion here, about how the Rock was the action hero. He was the star of the movie and all that. But to me, it was Snake Eyes who stole the show.
Oh,
And and I was talking to Ray Park when he was here in El Paso, and I kept trying to get tidbits. Are you going to do GI Joe 3 and all that? And he was kind of coy about it, and he just told, well, no talk has been done in whatever accent he talks in. So little tricky little guy. I got to talk to him again when he comes to the Las Cruces Comic Con. But yeah, I mean it's confirmed. Cobra Commander escaped, right?
Cobra Command, yeah, man, he was scary in the movie. He was
Yeah.
scary. He had
No,
presence.
I'm trying to remember if he escaped or not.
Yeah, they didn't catch him. They,
Yeah.
Roadblock
He's on
killed
the road.
Firefly.
Yeah, and Zartan supposedly died, but
Yeah, Zartan.
Yeah. So again, that I'm looking forward to that one, and then this one I'm kind of like, another Mission Impossible movie starring Tom Cruise.
Wonder if they're gonna bring back Lady J, because I want to see Lady J again. She was great.
yeah,
I'm
I
talking
like
about J. Joe.
with the ladies in G.I. Joe.
Well, the rumor again, going back to that one, the rumor supposedly is that Lady J's in it, and the actress who played Scarlet is coming back.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Hey,
Yeah,
now she's
but
continuum. We're gonna continuum now.
yeah. Moving on, though. I mean, I know you guys don't want to deal with it.
No, I'll change the subject again, dude.
Wait, I
Tom
think
Cruise.
to change the subject.
Well, come on. Are these really that bad?
Some of them, yes.
Bad, but if we're gonna talk about predictable, it's always predictable, dude. It's always centered around Ethan Hunt, and he's gonna use some gadget to get out of it. That's it. There's the whole movie for you. Oh, and some enigmatic bad guy. Yeah, there. I ruined the movie for you.
And he's got to do it in 60 minutes or less.
I remember in every Tom Cruise movie, he's run. He always
Yeah,
runs.
he's gotta run in this one too. Yeah.
Well, I admit number 4 I did not like.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like number 4. Uh, yeah, I got the feeling that they threw Jeremy Renner in to kind of replace him. But at that point, Jeremy Renner was like in everything, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, good for him too.
Yeah, and then what is he another Bourne guy? Because he was in that Bourne Identity
Yeah, he's another
without
Bourne.
Bourne in it.
Yeah,
and,
he's a new
and
Bourne
then
guy.
and then he's in Mission Impossible, and he was in Avengers, and I'm not looking forward to this. I mean, I might watch it, but after the second one, I kind of lost interest.
Yeah, I didn't
Now,
see the third one. Fourth one I saw it because well I rented it. I was like, yeah, might as well. Why not? It's something to watch, you know.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to like change my life or anything. Oh, I want to be a secret agent now. You know, it just killing time, you know.
Well, one that apparently people do like, and I think it's been a while, Night at the Museum, the third one, Secret of the Tomb.
That one I'm looking forward to.
I'm actually looking forward to it because I really do like those ones.
I I liked the first one. I gave it a chance. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and you know, it surprised me. It turned out to be really good. Second one, it was okay. Yeah, we'll see with this one. I'm like, we'll see. I'll wait for the trailer. If it surprises me, sure, maybe.
Well, I like the cameos. I mean, Robin Williams as President. I mean, Teddy Roosevelt was good. Yeah, it was Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. See, I know my history.
Because
Yeah,
it's
that's not my.
students when we went to the Museum of Natural History and they saw Teddy Roosevelt, they're like, "No, that's not the guy from the movie."
Well, hopefully, I mean, I guess they're going back with the Pharaoh thing, the Secret of the Tomb. And then another one that I know we've been buzzing about and we've shared news is another Jurassic Park movie, which we talked about before. But I mean, do we really need another Jurassic Park movie?
Dude, I saw the third one with you. That's it. I'm done with Jurassic Park. I haven't seen the first one. I don't care about the second one. Third one, you wanted to see it. We went to see it, and it wasn't that bad. I liked it. I'm done.
Well, I keep thinking, supposedly the plot is that they've actually got the park running with the amusement park, the golf course, and the deadly dinosaurs roaming around. And I'm kind of like, you gotta,
Look,
gotta
if it
stop.
doesn't have Godzilla, I'm not gonna watch it. You know what I mean? I'd probably go see it if it had Godzilla in it. You know, that's it.
Well, I gotta say, Steven Spielberg is one of my favorite directors. He does know how to do a movie. He does know how to put a story together. He does okay work, but you gotta stop. Okay, I mean, I guess they're doing this to keep the ride going at Universal Studios, but
Probably, because, I mean, I like Jurassic Park 1 and 2, because Crichton was the one who wrote the script and the original book. But 3, they didn't have Crichton. Even with Spielberg's magic, it wasn't enough. I think they're doing the Jurassic World to keep the toy line going, as well as the ride at the studio.
I'm surprised that they haven't taken those stuff down.
I mean, you figure they'll have kids that will turn around and beg mom to bring them to the movies because it's a dinosaur movie. So they know they're going to get the younger viewers, even if it is rated PG-13.
And here's the thing: as a as a film guy, I know the importance Jurassic Park did to movies. I mean, Jurassic Park was a groundbreaking film because it was the first movie to utilize advanced CGI techniques. And, Steven Spielberg was aware of it. That's why he did those dramatic shots, like with the brontosauruses and all that, And even today, it still holds up. The movie actually still holds up today. But, yeah, you kind of just tire it out. It's kind of like Jaws was a great movie, and then Jaws 2, Jaws 3, Jaws 4, The Revenge. Okay, we're done. And now we're making movies like Shark Attack and Sharknado. We're
What's
done.
really scary is they're coming out with toys for Sharknado. Funko just announced a whole line of Pop toys.
Hey, somebody's gonna buy him. You know that.
And Sharknado wasn't that great.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I was surprised they're coming out with toys.
Well, something bad. Now again, this other one, I kind of see Charles Schultz's grave rolling and rolling and rolling. Is that there is a Peanut CGI movie coming, which I always feel kind of bad now that they're doing all these Charlie Brown and Snoopy commercials, and um, they're doing new cartoons and new stuff with them, because Charles Schultz was always very controlling over his property. And, I mean, the cartoon special, he allowed stuff to happen, but then also he pulled back. He's not like the Calvin and Hobbes guy. Big jerk, never let anything happen to that. But here, now that he passed away and all that, I think his whole family was like, ka-ching, and a
Yeah, I
CGI
agree with
movie,
you.
a CGI movie, is there hope for this?
Uh, if they can capture the spirit, yeah, you know what I mean. And for me, it's that if they can capture the same feel to it, which I don't know if you can. I don't know. I'm not sure if you can. And I gotta have my parents going, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to capture that same spirit or essence that the original cartoon and the comic strip had. And I'm with you, Chino. I want the what for all the adults.
Yeah, let's do our podcast.
And that was our last show. Thank you, everybody.
Oh yeah, and one which I knew was happening, Ted 2. Come on.
Yeah, but it's kind of bad that you compare Peanuts and Tattoo, because you go from something that's pure and like innocent and highbrow and really like it was cool for us kids. It was good. It was heartwarming. Tattoo. You just like it's a roller coaster. You went from here to
Yeah, but come on, the same kids are going to go see it.
I'm not sure, man. I think the people that are gonna see Peanuts is gonna be adults, man. I don't know if it's gonna be kids.
I think the kids like Snoopy. That's the thing. I don't think they've gone away. And there's a reason why they're still here. See the categories. But
Well, that's because Duncan just bit her in the butt.
but again, I said that because again, Ted 2 we know we know it's going to happen. Seth MacFarlane, man, he sells out like crazy. He has no problem selling out. He's the richest guy right now in Hollywood. So, the sequel was happening. He's only going to get more perverse and all that.
Female teddy bear, obviously.
Yeah, and there's going to be some graphic sex scenes.
There's gonna be some. Yeah, yeah. I can picture. Dude, I can write this at this point.
You might do it compared to his last movie. Oh, that was awful.
I gotta still see that. I still want to see that.
All right, and then the last one that we knew was coming, and apparently they're trying to hawk it, a brand new Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This man.
He did say
I'm only watching if it discredits all the other ones because that kind of seems to be the trend with it. The second one discredited the first one, or totally and the third one hopefully will like discredit the second one. We'll see what happens with this one.
Well, I say this for the record. Terminator 1 was good. I love Terminator 2. It's still one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
I have memories seeing it. And I was with you, right? I saw it with you. Long, long time ago. And I completely remember. It's so good that I remember the cinematic experience of sitting there watching how good this movie was. That's how fond I am of this movie, that I actually remember the time I went to the movies to see it. Yeah, and then but you don't want to see her now.
No, dude, we're talking about the past. We're not talking
Yeah.
about now. I mean,
You don't want to see
we
Linda Hamilton now. I'm sorry.
I
And
mean,
then,
our past doesn't want to see us now. So 1993 us or 92 us doesn't want to see us now.
and then um, Terminator 3 was just awful. It was awful. It had awful actors. Arnold Schwarzenegger looked like he foamed it in. And then I thought 4 was going to have hope. But then Christian Bale, I have to blame him for that awful movie. I blame him completely for why that movie turned out so bad. It had potential if they went with the original ending. The only thing I loved in that ending, in that movie, was how they brought back Arnold Schwarzenegger with the advanced CGI and all that, which is probably what they're going to do with Harrison Ford now. But that was the only thing that was redeemable about the last Terminator movie. And the Universal Studios ride needs to die. It's an old ride now. Nobody goes to it. So, are we okay seeing an elderly Arnold Schwarzenegger going,
Well,
I'll be back?
well, we're seeing him in Expendables 3.
Well, that's kind of different because that's kind of making fun of the old ones. But to see an actual robot Terminator geriatric,
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, we talked about it. He's gonna come out in Conan. I don't have a problem with him there. So you know what I mean. I'm not gonna have a problem with him in Terminator.
yeah, but it's a
Sure, he comes out of
machine.
like a garbage dump or something. You know. Oh, it's the old model. I don't think that's gonna happen. You know.
Oh, okay.
He'll have the built-in wheelchair.
All right. Now that we got these out of the way, I want to ask your guys' opinions. Which ones do you think, out of the ones we talked about, has the potential for A, being the biggest hit, and B, for being the biggest bomb? Go
Oh,
with
okay.
Kelly. Let me go with Kelly.
With it's hard to say. Probably it'll be a toss-up with Transformers and GI Joe for being a big hit because they're branded all over the place. And probably the bomb, maybe Mission Impossible 5. I mean, I haven't seen Cruise in a good film in a long time.
I like the
Well, you,
Edge of
well, you should have seen our Edge of Tomorrow because we saw apparently two different movies. All right, Chino.
I think it's a toss up between Transformers 5, Transformers 4, Ted 2, because Ted 2 is gonna make money. And maybe Night at the Museum. It's a toss up. It's a competition between those three for a top movie, in my opinion. I think G.I. Joe 3 will do okay, but I don't think it's gonna, make as much money as the other three. My bomb. Come on, man. Beverly Hills Cop 4 for sure. That's my bomb. That's my prediction.
All right, and for me, I'm going to have to go and say that out of these, as much as I like Star Trek 3, I think Star Trek 3 is going to do okay. I don't think it's going to be the major runaway hit. I think it's just going to be fine, unless they really kick it up a few more notches, which I think that's what they're shooting for. But I think Ted 2 is probably going to be the biggest hit out of this whole pile. And I think the worst of the worst, honestly, I think Beverly Hills Cop 4 is it's going to be the obvious bomb. But I think Mission Impossible 5 is just going to be the most raked. I think the Razzies are going to run away with this because Tom Cruise is not impressing me at all. All right. And kicking it to something a little more pleasant and on TV, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been officially renewed for season 4. Now, Kelly, I know you knew this.
Yes, they did say it last year that they were planning 4 and 5, but what is brand new is that Seth Green is joining the cast and replacing Jason Biggs as Leonardo.
I think Jason Biggs got his head swollen from all that orange is the new black.
I think he punched pie, I think is what happened.
Now remember, kids are watching. Kids are watching.
All
But
I said was bye.
I
Okay, so
know.
Leonardo is now going through puberty. That's why his voice changed, kids.
Well, then they should replace everybody if that's the case.
Well, Seth Green. I mean, well, one, he is a good voice actor, and I'm trying to forget him from the Hulk and the Agents of Suck, to quote a friend of ours, Kelly. But I mean, that's his thing right now. He does voices. So yeah, I mean, I do see a Leonardo out of him. I think who's he being voiced in the movie? Is it Johnny Knoxville?
I forget who's doing the voice.
It's somebody famous. I think Johnny Knoxville is doing the voice
For who?
for the Leonardo in the movie.
Oh, movie. Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I don't know
and
anything.
so to me, it's natural that they get somebody like Seth Green to replace him. But I know story-wise, the season 2 is coming to an end. They're going to wrap up season 2 pretty soon, and season 3, from what I gathered, was that the turtles are exiled and they have to leave New York. And basically, it's like a traveling season. And I know, Kelly, you were a little closer to them. Did you get? Are there any news bits or anything about season 4?
No, basically they just announced it. They, I'm probably gonna see more at San Diego Comic-Con during the Turtle panel.
Yeah, we're all still waiting for Bebop and Rocksteady to come out. So we got stuff to look forward to, and I'm glad that show is being taken care of. I'm glad it's being, that it's somebody is looking out after them, because I keep thinking of Cartoon Network and what they
No,
do.
Nickelodeon and Playmates, they want to make sure this baby keeps going because they have a runaway hit.
Yeah, season 2 did okay with me. They gave me Casey Jones. I'm happy. Thank you, Ninja Turtles, for giving me Casey Jones. I'm happy with that. That was a highlight for me for season 2.
And it was logical. That's what I liked. Because other times he just shows up. Here, you see the progression. You see what's happening. And you see certain side characters that stuff's going to happen. Like already, we saw the Baxter Stockman became the Fly. That was cool. And we know other things are happening, so that's great. And hopefully the movie is not going to stink that bad.
Yeah, I don't see how I don't know how that's possible. Unless
And
I can't think of anything that would fix it. I know. I'm sorry, I can't think of it. Like I told you, I rate it up there with the Dragon Ball Z movie. That's where it is right now.
yeah, but the thing I have to say is that we're going to be in line to see the movie.
Of course. We've got to see how bad Michael Bay does Turtles.
And that's the thing. It's going to be a hit. They know it's going to be a hit. People are going to, the kids are going to go, the parents are going to go, geeks and nerds are going to go either to criticize it or praise it. But, the Ninja Turtles movie is going to be a hit. The toys are selling like crazy already on eBay because they're starting to trickle in. And our friend Jaron at the local, one of our local toy friends here, he's already got a case of them, and I'm going to look at them Saturday with the El Paso roller derbies. And I'm probably not. I'm not going to buy them, but I'm going to criticize them. So we have that coming. And speaking of local events, Sun City Fan Expo is coming in October, brought to you by the Sun City Sci-Fi, and they added Boba Fett himself, Daniel Logan. We've met him before. He's a really nice guy. He's an awesome guy to hang out with and to talk and all that. And he's going to be coming to the Sun City Fan Expo this October, along with Mark Dobson, Tim Rose, and of course our local lovely beauty, Kirika Yashida. Kirika, I expect you in the Slave Leia outfit. And then it's going to be a fun day here in October. You can look it up. You can do a Facebook search for Sun City Sci-Fi and get more information. It's coming out this October. And we're all going to have fun hanging out with Daniel Logan again.
And next weekend on the East Coast, if you're in the New York or New Jersey area, the Wayne, New Jersey Toy and Comic Show is going to be going on. It's their first. They normally do a monthly toy show. We are. They did say that they will have Steve from Toy Hunter plus a bunch of wrestlers. So you can come on out to see us there. And if you come in your cosplay outfit, you can go in for free.
Now,
So
what would really be awesome if Steve wrestles the wrestlers.
it might be worth paying to see that.
I would like to meet Steve. I want to meet the toy hunter. I want to meet Steve. I want to talk to some of those guys. They look like it's awesome sitting there talking toys.
Oh, yes, I geek out every time I go and see them.
Well, you live near their area.
Well, just because we're in the same state, it's not close. I mean, it's still a little bit of a commute, but yeah, I've gone up to the Hollywood Hollywood Heroes, I believe is the name of the company.
Yeah. All right.
But they're always at the toy shows looking for new toys to jack up the prices.
Yeah, let me know if they have a Battle Bones. I've been looking for one.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Okay. And speaking of Cartoon Network and why I hate them, we know that the Beware the Batman got canceled, and people argue back and forth whether it's justified or not because we all know the kids like getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch their favorite cartoons. Nice call. And the only thing we know is that there is another Batman animated series coming. They just only held a banner at the License Expo of Batman Unlimited and an animated drawing of a new Batman. That's all we know. And I pray that they do not come out on Cartoon Network.
Yeah. You know what? I wish we had this conversation way back when, but I wish Netflix would buy the rights to Young Justice or the DC Nation. I wish it would go there. You know what I mean? It'd be great. Netflix is already making strides with all the programming that they're putting in. They're having the Daredevil series. That would be cool. But who knows?
They have the reruns, but animated series are such a different. It's a different animal to do it because I've had people tell me sometimes like, "Oh, this show is so great. Why is it that they cancel cartoons? Why is it that they cancel Dexter's Laboratory? We know that Powerpuff Girls are coming back, and that was a big announcement. But I grew up with them. I know Kelly, you've seen them. Chino's seen them. The only thing, my daughter was a big Powerpuff Girls fan back in the day, and she still watches the reruns and all that. But she told me that she's not that thrilled because it's coming back in an anime style, like the Teen Titans. Is that a good or bad thing?
Cartoon Net. And it's not. You can see what Cartoon Network doing. I mean, I remember the Teen Titans, the series they had before Teen Titans Go. That one was good. You know what I mean? Yes, it was still animated. It was still for kids, but the Teen Titans Go is completely kidified. It's kidified. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking maybe that's what they're gonna do with the Powerpuff Girls, man. They're gonna make it more kiddified. So we'll see.
Well, how kiddified could they go, man? I mean, it really was for kids.
Yeah, but well, I don't know how much more you can kidify it. Maybe they're not fighting anymore. This time they're sitting down and talking about their problems. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, man.
Oh man, I hope they don't do that with the Batman cartoon.
You just gave me nightmares, Chino. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
We are going to sit down and talk this out, Joker. Oh.
But cartoons, it's hard to say what's going to hit and what's not. I mean, if you're going with the anime or the Japanese style, it hasn't really hit where a lot of the kids want to follow it and watch it. And the adults, they want the constant storyline when they're watching the anime. So it's a hard thing to say what way will be the best. And it also depends on what channel they're on.
Well, anime, I think, is a little more mainstream now than what it was when we were there. When we were into anime back in the day and all that, we had to import shows and we had to, keep an eye out, and there was a certain community involved in it. Now it's a little more mainstream, and some are even coming back. I mean, Sailor Moon's coming back.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they're not. I heard they're not going as super anime as it was. They want to tone it down a little bit because yes, anime has gone somewhat mainstream, but not completely. It's just
I don't know.
a lot of fighting still where they want the more traditional too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I remember when Hulu first came out. I mean, if you were looking for anime in Hulu, good luck. They had like 5 series, and this is when Hulu just came out. Now you look for anime. They have their own page. They got oodles and oodles and oodles of anime. Netflix was the same thing when it first came out. You had some anime, but not really a lot. Again, it's also expanded. They've exploded with the anime there too. So yeah,
And
it's more prevalent.
and the high school kids, I see a lot of them with anime T-shirts, and they know. And there's an anime convention coming here actually in a couple of weeks. I'm not going, but my daughter is, and it does have it. So I don't know. I mean, you're right. The new Sailor Moon looks a little more calmed down. It looks a little. Again, I'm using the word mainstream, but it does look like it's a little bit more, I guess, to change it, Americanized.
Or a hybrid between the two styles.
Yes, yeah, that's a better term for it. So
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
no
know. The only thing I'm upset about is, again, where's Samurai Jack? They
Where
gotta
is
bring.
Samurai?
Oh, it needed an ending.
Oh,
And
you know what? Maybe they're setting this up. It'd be great if they had a Samurai Jack movie. You know what I mean? That would be great. I would pay money to go see that. You know what I mean? I want to see a movie of how he resolves everything. That would be great. I would stand in line for that.
well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the one that would get me more excited if they announced Dexter's Laboratory. That was my show. That was the one I loved. Especially like when they do the Speed Racer. Oh, only my
Oh,
daughter Didi was still here. Dad, I'm here. Oh, I miss my daughter Didi. That they did great parodies. And speaking of, to finish up a couple of things, one, the biggest, again, following with the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice news. It was rumored. He denied it. He kept saying, no, no, no. But now it's official. Jason Momoa, who I'm calling a liar, is Aquaman. So we can add that to our roster of heroes now that we're going to see in Batman and Superman. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and now Aquaman. Now, Chino, I know you're a big Aquaman. You excited about this?
yeah, man, that's great. That guy came out in that show, Stargate Atlantis. It makes sense. Yeah, let's make him Aquaman.
He was
Seriously.
Conan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he came out in Atlantis. Why not? It's a perfect fit. Yeah, let's make him Aquaman. I like it. I like the fact they picked this guy. It's interesting. We'll see what they do with it. I mean, I'm more excited about him being Aquaman than Ben Affleck being Batman. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was curious because you're kind of a purist, and Jason Momoa does not look anything like the comic book version of Aquaman. It's always a white guy with blonde hair. You know,
Yeah, but you know what? If we can have a bond, if we can have a bond that's blonde, we can have an Aquaman that's brunette. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with it. Or for all we know, they're gonna dye his hair. I don't know. You know what I mean? If they go with the whole long-haired beard kind of thing, that could work. I actually like Aquaman looking more. what's the word I want to use? Regal, I guess. Hopefully, I'll have the orange, shirt. I don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see. I mean, if he pulls it off, I would have been like, "Good job, sir." I don't think so.
Well, again, I mean, that's kind of the feedback that, some people are like, "Oh no, he doesn't look like Aquaman." To me, I don't think they're exactly looking at the Super Friends version anymore. I think now they're kind of like, well, he is kind of a Pacific Islander type, and he does look exotic, which would kind of make sense for an Atlantean.
There's also the thing that again, we had the discussion with Cyborg. We don't know how long he's gonna be in the movie. He's been announced as Aquaman, but if he's all in it maybe 5 minutes, we just see him riding a whale or something. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean we're gonna have him like completely in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Justice League is right after this.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, he even said that they're not taking a break. They're shooting the Batman Superman movie. Well, yeah, the actors are going to take a break because they're going to finish up the special effect, editing and all that. And then right away, the Justice League movie is going to
Yeah, but
happen.
we discussed this before too, man. We were talking about how they extended the shooting thing, and we speculated back then that it's probably they're gonna be probably filming them at the same time, and I think that's we're kind of hitting it right in the money. We're getting the money shot on that one. Yeah, they are gonna do it sequentially like they did with Matrix 2 and 3.
Oh, you cursed the movie. Oh, I still try to forget those awful, awful
Yes,
movies.
yes, yes. They were bad, but yeah, they were filmed at the same time as Harry Potter too, I believe, was filmed at the same time, right? The Deathly Hallows were filmed at the same time, but they just
Yeah.
released them on different dates.
Yeah, and even then, the first one, part one, should not have happened. All what they're doing is that they're just walking, walking.
No, part
Well,
one. Part one, all they did was run. I'm surprised Tom Cruise didn't come out in it.
oh yeah, they are running, and
Oh,
yeah,
Harry.
it was a waste. It was a waste of film. And then our couple of things. The last one I wanted to talk about, and this has been raising a lot of buzz on the internet. And for all nerds, I got to say this: for every nerd, if you're not watching this, man, you got to get on the bandwagon. I'm talking about Star Trek Continues. This is, it's not an official Paramount Studios show. This is actually a fan-based show. It was done by fans who decided to do their own Star Trek. They did a small Kickstarter program. They had Star Trek fans build a set. All the actors are Star Trek fans, and they're doing brand new, well, continuing, that's what it's called, Star Trek Continues, Star Trek episodes. Now, 3 have come out, and you can follow them on StarTrekContinues.com. 3 episodes have been released so far, and I know they shot a few more through the Kickstarter program. So I gotta say, um, you know, what you guys' opinions on these?
I One was kind of slow for me, but after I got through it, I was like, oh, hey, yeah. Now I'm gonna see the fourth one. You know what I mean? So yeah, they got me. Yeah, I'm hooked. You know what I mean? They did a good job. I like the people that are in the project. You know what I mean? It's not the same actors, obviously. Well, actually, it's surprising. I think the guy that does Scotty, I think it's Scotty's son
Yeah,
reprising his father's role. So that's a nice touch. I like that. And you mentioned fans. It's fans. I mean, the guy who's playing Kirk is also the guy that's producing it. Vic no, I can't pronounce his last name. No something. And I kept wondering why that name was so familiar to me. That guy's a voice actor. He's done a lot of voice work, and he does a good job. You know what I mean? What you can really say about the show is it caught the essence of it, and it really did. I mean, he even wrote it like right. He got the right formula in there.
well, the name is Vic Mignosia, I think.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I know it's hard to say, but I gotta say, I mean, the sets threw me off because they look like they came right out of the show. And then the actors too. I mean, Vic Mignocia does a really good Captain Kirk impersonation. And it's Chris Duhan. Chris Duhan is playing the role his father did as Scotty. And again, how awesome is that?
They throw in really nice touches. The first episode, the guy playing Apollo is actually the guy that played Apollo in the original series. You know what I mean? That was a nice touch. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, good job, guys. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, some of these actors, again, if you miss out certain little tidbits, the voice of the computer is played by Marina Sirtis. And I was like, if you catch the one with, what was it called, Lilani? Or
Yeah,
I'm
Lolani.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah, Lilani with the Orion slave girl. Um, Cameo by Lou Ferrigno as an Orion male.
Yeah, that. You know what? When he came out, I was just like, that green dude looks so familiar. Both of
Yeah.
those two talking, I was like, oh, that's who it is.
And I gotta say, I am really impressed with this show. I mean, part of it is like I'm surprised. Nobody's getting paid from this. Nobody's getting rich off this. And these guys are doing solid episodes. I mean, I gotta say, they carry the spirit of Star Trek with them, and they're solid. They have the moral conflicts, they have the issues, the character development. I mean, Scotty does a great impression. I mean, oh man, I'm saying I know his Duhan
Yeah.
does a great impersonation of his father.
And this is an interesting little tidbit, and I don't know. I think they're using the same makeup they used in the '60s because they have to, because that stuff. We met the guy, dude. Two people that we've met have been on the show. I mean, Larry Nemechek. We've met this guy. That guy's
Yeah,
doing Dr. McCoy. That tripped me
yeah.
out.
He was
That
Dr.
was,
McCoy for 2 episodes. I don't think he didn't come back for the third one. Well, fortunate, but I thought he was great. He was awesome.
and we also had our friend Erin Gray. She was playing Admiral something in the show. It's like, wow, hey, that's kind
And
of cool.
I keep thinking, where do you get? I mean, how do you do this? And I got to admit, the actor who does Sulu, what's it called? Grant Malhara. He does a great. Oh, he's not doing the oh my, the comedic version, but he is capturing the essence of Sulu. And I got to give a nice little wink to Michelle Specht, who is the new cast member that they added, was Dr. Elise McKenna playing the ship's counselors. I mean, I got to admit, she's nice to look at.
Well, she's no Orion slave girl, but yeah, she's not bad.
Yeah. And again, too, you can catch our friend Daniel Logan shooting a cameo in the second episode. So, Kelly, you have to go watch these.
Yes, I will be checking them out.
You do like Star Trek, right?
Yes, I do. It's Star Wars that I'm not fond of.
Yeah, you're on shaky ground, girl. Keep that in mind.
Oh, really?
Get me that Batmobile San Diego exclusive, and we're cool. Anyway,
$85, please.
yeah, that's why I was like, I can't afford $85, especially for a big car. Like, it's big. They showed
Yeah.
pictures of it finally. It's huge. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say, you gotta catch the show. They're free to watch. StarTrekContinues.com. And I can tell you that they've shot more episodes, but special effects, editing, and all that, it's all done by nobody's getting paid for this. It's all volunteers and all this. I know for a future episode, Yaya Han, shot a scene. She's like an alien hot girl in the show, and there's like more episodes coming, and it's getting a lot of buzz. It's getting a lot of support. And again, it's a Kickstarter fan films, but man, it's an awesome show. So you got to
You know,
watch this.
Yeah, they do a good job, and what it makes me feel good is filmed in Texas. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. They're using, I think, the Houston space something. They're using that to shoot. So it's cool. I like the idea that it's close to home.
Well, the other one, before we leave, was that the last episode with the dark, or again, the opposite world. The
Yeah.
Galileo was actually the real Galileo from the
Wow.
TV series. They actually got their hands on it from a museum, and they were allowed to shoot at the museum. So it's really awesome. They really go to the extent, and they're starting to do convention tours and all
Well,
that, getting attention.
yeah, I mean, you could see it right on the show, dude. They did this out of love. Everybody in the show did it out of love, and you could see it. They're very faithful to the original show, which is great. It's kind of cool seeing somebody love that something so much to do shows about it. I made me think that if Doctor Who hadn't come back, I could see people doing this. Making their own Doctor Who series.
Oh man, we could shoot our own Doctor Who show based on the old days. You know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our hour is coming up. You can catch our shows again every Thursday on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, facebook.com/nerdsoec. You can catch all our articles on nerdsonacouch.com. And again, we're going to be at the El Paso Roller Derby this weekend. You can come say hi to us and support our local roller derby girls. And also, again, coming up, we have the Sun City Expo coming up in October, the Las Cruces Comic Con coming up in September. Kelly, where are you going to be at?
I'll be at the Wayne Toy and Comic Show next weekend. There's also PhillyCon this weekend, and then it's San Diego Comic Con.
All right, and of course, Kelly is going to be there to cover all the stuff you need to know for the San Diego Comic Con.
That's right. I'm already getting word on when panels are.
All right, Kelly, and I may be in that area, knocking against the wall, saying, "Let me in, let me in," but but I will be in that area too, and I will be going to Frankensons at least, so I might be doing some reporting at Frankensons. All right, so again, anything you need to know and all that, keep us up to date, and catch our show. Thank you for watching. We're Nerds on the Couch.